American folk. American folk. American folk.
Welcome to the American Fork Podcast. We are a podcast to fix America. In my throat.
What's wrong with your throat?
I don't know. It just had a frog in it.
Oh,
Or maybe I'm choking from the last comment that was off air.
yeah. It sounded like you were like, "Fix America." What a waste of time.
No.
Oh,
It's Trent's terrible comment that we can't say out on the airwaves.
oh,
But
of course.
It's not. This isn't serious. XM.
it's not. That's true. So with me are three of my best friends. I'm sure I'm missing some friends, but Phil is across the way from me.
I am here.
Hola, Phil. Como estes?
Muy bien.
Bien. Jake is...
We're so white.
Muy bien.
I will say I genuinely like tequila, though. So anyway, Jake's across the way, diagonally from me.
That is true.
He's wearing a pink hat.
Mhm.
How are you doing, Jake?
I'm doing great. Just great. That's
That looks so sarcastic. What's going on in your life? Are you all right?
Is everything okay?
Is this the trust tree?
no, I'm great.
Why do you look Asian right now?
Because I may have gotten a fight with a screwdriver and poked my eyelid with
Oh,
it.
you did. Your left eye. I
My
see-
right eye.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was the left one.
well, it's both your eyes, apparently.
It's actually dark in here, so I don't know. I don't know.
You poked your eye with a screwdriver?
Mm-hmm.
I'll
It looks
show
like
you.
it hurts.
Did at the time. Mm-hmm.
Why did you do it?
I was trying to replace the gasket ring on my washer.
Mhm.
On your wash that you wash clothes with?
Mm-hmm. Because I took the gasket out so I could clean it.
And you were like reaching in there, trying to screw a screw in this way,
Towards your face?
and like pushing and then slipped and stabbed your eye.
No, I was trying to use needle nose pliers and a screwdriver at the same time to
And your eyelid?
stretch the ring so that I could get it over the gasket.
Oh,
And the screwdriver slipped.
classic using the
Oh,
wrong,
while you were
using the wrong
stretching
tool.
it.
Almost were one-eyed Jake. We need a one-eyed friend. Jake, you ruined this for us.
I tried. I like so many times tried to lose my eye. It
Yeah.
hasn't worked.
You just need to get the right tool. Just go to Home Depot like 6 times.
They have like an eye poker tool.
No, they have a
specifically.
spreader. I'm surprised you don't have one,
Like the
Trent.
thing
I
that
do have
Arnold
one, but I don't use it for
Schwarzenegger,
my eye.
the thing that Arnold Schwarzenegger used to get the thing out of his nose on Total Recall.
I don't
Remember
recall.
that?
The
I don't
symptoms
recall.
that they use for
It's like
women.
It's like a thing that goes up and then
Yeah, don't
pulls the
don't,
thing and then
women get that when they go to the hoo-ha doctor? They shove that thing.
oh yeah,
Don't look at me like I'm the
it's-
only one who's seen
It's
it.
kind of, but this is like claws. It's like a little
Oh.
backwards claw machine thing that you push a button and it opens with the little claws and pulls the
The brain
thing
out.
out of your
Yeah.
nose.
Oh.
So
Could've
basically,
used-
you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Hi, Trent.
Hi.
Are you okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ni hao, Trent.
Ni hao, Trent. What is ni? Is that Korean for
I think
hi?
it's
Ni
Chinese.
hao ma.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Chinese.
It is
Is it?
Chinese.
Okay, good.
Cantonese. I
How do
think.
all you guys know Chinese? Like,
I actually took a Chinese class in like junior high or something. Like it during
They-
the summer.
They
I
had
don't
Chinese
know.
in junior high?
I don't know when it was.
You did?
I did.
Oh,
I really did.
I just know because my father-in-law speaks a little. Because he went to what's that place?
China,
No,
Vietnam,
no. What's the one they were going to go to war?
Taiwan?
Taiwan.
Ukraine,
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Okay.
Georgia.
Well, let's just get into it. So, as usual, we start with the American Fork news. There's actually, I found 2 stories from the American Fork.
Oh,
That is twice as much, 2 times zeros. Never mind, it's still 0. So, an American Fork, I called this one Chicken's Revenge. I don't know why, but American Fork couple loses a home of more than 4 decades to an explosion. So, basically, they had 17 chickens in their backyard. I'm also bringing this story up for you, Jake. It's a warning.
I appreciate it.
They don't know how it started, but I'm pretty sure there's a terrorist chicken in the group and caught the coop on fire
Mhm.
and burned the house down.
Mhm.
I would say the heating lamp in the chicken coop.
I mean, that's another theory. I'll show you guys.
Yours was a self blowing up,
everyone's seen
Chicken?
chickens rub together. That obviously creates enough friction.
or whether they flap their wings a lot.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they say that there was like there were sparks coming
Holy
from the
shit.
chicken coop.
Yeah,
Swipe
they did.
over. There's like a propane tank on their front yard.
Yeah, but
Oh, that house is destroyed.
yeah.
Did they save any chickens though?
It doesn't look like that house was much to start. The fire might have helped it, actually.
Trent. Oh,
Well, they had
ads.
18 chickens.
Do you still have chickens, Jake?
3 days earlier, they filed insurance. They
Put it up to like $1
applied
billion.
for insurance.
Jake, you still have chickens, don't
Uh-huh.
you?
I still
but
have 2 that are
Holy shit.
Did your eggs
10
also?
years old.
Did your eggs also go up to $8 a dozen?
I don't sell my eggs.
Oh,
Do your chickens charge you when they lay?
Yeah,
You only have
they
2
do.
chickens?
4.
Oh, I thought you said 2.
2 of them are 10 years old.
Oh,
The
that's
other
what you
2
said.
are.
Okay.
Yeah, so it decimated his house, and all joking aside, it is unfortunate. But they had 17 chickens, and they were able to save, I think, 2 or 3 babies, which
Human babies or
no chicken babies.
babies.
Oh, right
Chicken-
there. There's a
chickenette?
bright orange light all the way around the chicken.
Yeah.
Jake, does
Yeah.
this count as fried chicken?
Would you?
if it's
Would you
spicy
try these?
and breaded and spicy? Yeah, I'd eat it.
Yeah.
what's your review of that situation?
Yeah.
Um,
Have you tried
See, there
American
it is.
Fork roasted
That
chicken?
propane tank on the front lawn, like it. Oh, that's the back.
The thing about the propane tank is no matter what fire you're going to have, they're going to separate stuff like that to try and control it and make sure it doesn't blow up. Like there's no reason why it's sitting way out there other than to make sure it doesn't blow up.
Or it was sitting in there before.
Or
Yeah.
the journalist was like, "Let me get a better picture that like inspires some thought. I'll drag this propane tank that was really on the other side of the yard over here, and
I'll,
Have you
I'll bring this propane tank from the back of my truck
yeah,
into the scene."
Go back to the one that's like the front yard.
And they're holding. Yeah.
No, I don't want to look at that. That looks
Oh,
that
that's the
ruins my day.
backyard.
The front, clearly they're taking care of it. Look at those awesome flower
Yeah.
beds.
Dude, if
Just-
my house caught on fire, I
that
would not
yard.
want to hear your commentary on it. Because you'd be like, these guys are trash.
they didn't even
Yeah.
mow their lawn.
Does the name Denise Judd sound familiar?
Yeah.
That's to the homeowner,
Oh, it is?
Denise Judd in American Fork.
Oh, that's,
And I was like, I know it,
that actually
Denise
sucks.
Judd.
Like, she follows me on Instagram, I think.
Wow.
I mean, that house is so nice. How much of this can we edit out?
Click.
Let's look at this.
Trent's checking his
Oh,
Instagram
that happened in
friends.
American Fork.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because we're on American Fork News. That's weird.
That's right.
Yeah, it's probably your neighbor.
We do that, by the way, because we were all born and raised in American Fork.
Not born, but yeah.
Definitely raised.
Raised.
We were reared.
We're
I was
reared.
born in San
Trent
Diego.
had a different
That's right.
experience.
Jake was born in Cali,
The,
California.
the Diego?
The Diego.
The Dioc.
Juan Diego?
hmm
I thought you lived in like armpit of like Clovis.
Barstow.
I did live in Clovis for
Bakersfield.
elementary school.
Oh.
hmm
Bakersfield?
Baker.
Baker.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Oh.
Neither one. But
Maybe
I
it's
did
on
live in
Facebook.
Barstow for
Oh, that's the one I was
Barstow.
thinking.
for a summer.
Barstow's a little better than Baker.
It's where In
Is
and Out
it?
started. And Del
Oh,
Taco.
better than Baker.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, but Baker is like you shut your eyes on your way through.
They have the
Yeah.
world's tallest thermometer, and that's it.
In Baker.
Mhm.
Don't they also have the alien jerky
yeah.
store?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Alien Jerky Store, yeah.
And their jerky is
You can buy an alien jerky there called Invisible Jerky, and guess what it is? It's an empty bag.
Yes. And they sell the shit out of it.
How many
Oh, I'm
different
sure they do.
how many different flavors do they
There's
have?
only one. Something about the invisibility process that cancels the flavors that you introduced, and it just is, yeah.
They could do like the infuse, like just infuse like the air freshener and seal it up. So you're like, teriyaki. I love this one.
Yeah.
If
They
they, were
just-
smart, they would do
You get
that.
about 7 seconds of joy from
Right.
that bag.
Right. It sells mostly to anorexic girls. It's their favorite meal.
Guilt free, invisible.
It still says like 2,000 calories on the back.
Okay, but on a serious jerky note, I've been looking for gluten-free jerky because I have a couple friends that are, and my wife's been doing the gluten-free thing anyways. So it's hard to find.
what gluten
Really?
is in jerky?
Soy sauce.
Oh,
And a lot of sauces have soy, or that have it with beef jerky have soy in it or wheat.
Yeah.
And so anyway, it's hard to find. I started making it.
Interesting.
So
Maybe that can be a side hustle. You can start selling at the farmer's market.
I'll have Stacy start making it. She's not doing any side hustles, is she?
No, she's not busy at all.
She needs a 30th business to start.
Gluten free. It's actually really good.
So you
guys know my jerky. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one's, I'm not joking. I'm like slowly perfecting it and it's awesome. Coca-Cola is very good in jerky too.
Speaking of your jerky, so we're just not going backpacking.
No, we're going.
Is that what's going on?
We're going. But I'm flying to Bermuda that
Jamaica?
Sunday night.
Why are you going to get lost?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
With your wife, you're actually going to do a anniversary trip?
Yep.
Wow.
Good for you.
what are you going to do there?
So we're going to have to go Friday and Saturday night.
Okay.
It's been
And then
15
be
years, right?
It'll be 16 this
16.
year. But this is our 15-year celebration.
You could have killed her and been out by now.
Yeah, I could have killed her.
Of prison?
If she wasn't so perfect, I'd be upset about this, but she is an amazing woman.
She is. She's great. But she's still married to me. It's her
Everyone
only,
has their faults.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone has their flaws. Hers is another person.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with her, just one life choice that she makes every single day.
Yep.
Okay. Next story. From Provo, Utah, which I'm also calling American Fork. But American Fork man has been charged with allegedly running over his wife with the kids in the car following an argument related to cleaning the house.
I can stand behind it. I don't see him doing
Wait,
anything
say
wrong
that
here.
again. American Fork man runs over wife after cleaning argument. Oh my god!
I was channeling Trent when I was looking up these stories because this is what I titled it. Finally, someone does it.
If she just would have done what she was told to do.
I have no thoughts or like I never had that urge, but I'm like, I'll bet you Trent has.
Run no. I might run Kylie over for cleaning too much.
Oh, okay.
So she didn't die.
No, she got her arms swollen, head swollen up, and scrapes and bruises, but it's kind of messed up. Don't run over your spouse.
The question is, did she end up cleaning the house?
Maybe I was channeling Jake on this one.
How do you guys just divvy up house cleaning at your house? How does that work?
We have kids.
Yeah, we have kids.
Oh, the kids clean?
They have
Hell yeah.
chores.
Oh,
They've
They
got chores.
clean most of it.
We have kids that we spend all day yelling at to do their chores, and by like 11 p.m. on
And then
Saturday,
end up doing it yourself.
give up.
yeah, we end up like holding their hand and bending over and picking up one thing at a time. It's exhausting.
That's funny.
So they got in a fight over cleaning the house.
Yeah.
And he's like, you stand right there. I'm going to get in the car.
you drive the car
Like
into the
how-
living room?
Right. Well, I'm just wondering how that transpired.
Like, I have no idea. It was over keeping the house clean and her cleaning. The victim reportedly stated that her husband told her he was going to take the children to St. George, maybe to give her time to clean. I mean, that sounds fair.
She might have been like, no, you're not. And then he's like, yeah, I am.
And
I'm
then
going to
he
stand
ran
behind
her
the
over.
car and keep you from moving while you're upset at me.
I don't know.
And then he ran her over. It was her fault, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
No,
Jake's
okay.
just stretching to justify this somehow. Like, did she have a gun? Like, what was
she wearing?
happening?
I'll tell you right now, those kids will never not clean when he tells them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will not be a
It's like-
Phil household.
This is like an Arrested Development
That's
episode.
why
That's
you
why you
net-
don't teach. That's why you always clean the house.
Phil, I'm just saying, if you're struggling that bad, you should take note of Trent's advice.
Just like fake run her over.
Just
Oh yeah,
get some ketchup
Yeah.
packets.
there you go.
Chris, she's a great screamer.
Oh, that's true.
Wait
she'll
a second.
I've heard.
she'll I forgot what I was gonna say now.
It was probably really funny.
Yeah, it was.
That's why you never teach your kids a lesson.
Now, Trent, did you just get that tattoo?
I noticed it. You got a new.
Oh,
A couple months ago.
Trent
does
got a
it-
new forest on his arm.
When does it rub off?
Next week.
Was it Bob Ross that did it?
There's a little
pretty
happy
good.
little tree over there.
Have you had that one on your other underarm?
Yeah, I got that in
Oh.
2019.
Oh, that's a dog. I remember.
2018, excuse me.
You know what I
And
don't like
New
about
Zealand.
that tattoo you got? Trent's got tattoos on his forearm that's like trees, trees.
Like
Does
a
everyone know what a
forest.
tree is?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Like the branches and stuff?
You know why I don't like it?
Wait.
I kind of wanted one like that.
Oh,
I was thinking on my leg though.
you can still do that.
Do you have tattoos?
Not anymore.
No, I don't.
You don't have any.
No.
Oh.
None. That
Is it-
you will know of.
Oh.
My dick's a worm.
He's got,
What?
he's got a tattoo of his face on his face.
He's so proud of his joke to make that sense.
It didn't make
A
any
red
sense.
wiggler?
It's so early. We started a half hour early today.
Yeah, we did start a little early. Oh gosh. Anyway, I like the tattoo.
Like, you know you can get it. Like it's not one and done.
It's not. Oh,
Oh.
Trent already has that
Yeah.
one.
I thought they destroyed
We
the.
can't.
Yeah, they destroyed the
stamp.
tattoo thing.
The stamp.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Isn't it a stamp?
It is.
Okay. They didn't destroy it? You have it inside?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Okay. Pause.
All right.
If you got a tattoo, would it look like a black hole through space? Because of how light your skin is.
It would be like a star that had a hole in it. It's like when you see
Yeah.
the black holes, the black spots on the sun.
Yeah.
That's what a tattoo would look like on me.
A solar eclipse.
Yeah. A total eclipse of the heart. All right. Next story. Now you can fall asleep to live streaming water in Utah, which is cameras to live stream the water levels across Utah. So Governor Cox has ordered to put cameras around
Water.
the flood areas so that people can literally watch them. And it's kind of neat. It's a cool idea
Actually,
because
sounds very peaceful.
so I'm
Oh, look at
pulling
that
up the
car going
cameras
down
right
the
now.
river.
We're looking at the Ogden River, which has already flooded once, but there it is, live cam.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this is the Ogden River?
You know
Yeah,
that
the
people are
Weber
going to do
River.
So
some.
the Weber River
Weber.
in Ogden.
You know that
Yeah.
people are going to go to these places and do some nefarious things,
That's
right?
exactly what I was thinking.
Why aren't we there?
We
Right
need
now?
to-
Did we jump naked off of that bridge at any point?
Oh, let's go right now.
Let's go
That's awesome.
into that White Rapid River.
Where's Pine Creek?
Creek?
Pine Creek.
Pine Creek is right next to Pine Creek.
Oh,
Where's that?
Meadow, Utah, which I'm trying to remember where
Also-
Meadow is.
Also-
would we
where's
care if
that?
Meadow flooded?
I think the
If we
idea.
don't know where it is, does it matter?
Trent, let me
Yeah.
explain.
Okay.
So Meadow is probably upstream to like populated areas. So why would you look at the populated areas and being like, well, I flooded? Like you want to look before the populated area.
I'm just going to pop some popcorn and just watch these houses go down.
Yeah.
I love it.
They had some go down up on the point of the mountain,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Two of them.
Two homes.
Oh, I love it. I just wish they could have been there.
I know. Isn't that funny how like most people in Utah are like, ha ha, because when they were built, everyone was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, this
It's
doesn't look like
it's
a
a
great
mud-
spot.
Yeah. That's a mudslide right there.
Right.
But,
So have you guys all seen these videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
no,
house-
I haven't seen them.
The house,
Oh man.
the house thing.
Are they
Yeah.
cool?
Yeah, that's super
probably.
cool.
There's not going to be any audio, but
One of my buddies said the funniest thing. There's one that's like a 2-story, and he's like, "Oh, just like that, a Rambler." It's just the second floor fucking
Yeah.
falls off the back.
And when when the top floor is gone, it looks like a normal house,
Right.
Normal Rambler. These houses that fell down the river in Draper were just one street over from a coworker of mine.
Oh, wow.
Those houses were previously condemned
mhm.
Yeah, they had been like,
because the foundation was settling, and it was in an area where there actually was no ground there.
Oh, you're talking about the point of the mountain houses?
Yeah,
Oh.
they wanted Edge Homes wanted to maximize their profits, so they put some road base out, pushed it over the cliff until they had enough space for a house, and built two houses right there.
yeah. And they
And-
said that they did like all of these like pylons and everything, but you can clearly see in the pictures there's no freaking metal tube or concrete
yeah, they
tubing
probably
that would have been there.
didn't.
Okay, Phil. So tell us what's happening, Phil.
So we've got a home that looks like it's leaning a little bit, and a police car out front. It's nighttime. Things are falling off the build. Oh, there it goes. There goes the top half of the building.
Literally, the top floor just disappears.
It's gone.
It's like a convertible. You just push the button and it goes to the backyard.
Yeah, it really was. But that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
The
You
song,
pay a lot of money for that sort of thing sometimes.
the
Yeah.
song that plays in my mind when this thing's going down is I can't remember the name of the song, but it's the Beach Boys. Everybody go surfing, and it just
Surfing USA is the name. of
That's
song.
the one.
It's funny because Beach Boys was in my mind too when I saw that.
which one?
That's interesting. I don't know. Just
Everybody go surfing.
I just want to point out as a contractor, if the top half of your house can fall off and leave the bottom half totally fine, something was
Not
done
okay.
horribly wrong.
There's like
didn't
one
connect
nail
the two.
connecting the two together.
and they're connected.
And it's also an
Time for lunch.
inspector's failure. Like
That's my
it's-
big question.
yeah.
Edge came out and said, like, we're going to give them a reasonable amount of money or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, Edge should be on the hook. The city should be on the hook. Like, all these people, the engineer.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, this is not the only home that was built that way. So,
No,
I mean,
Yeah.
the two right next to each other
Yeah.
fell off.
yeah,
Mhm.
not just the location, but again, the construction quality. So,
And that's why you don't build on the hill in Draper.
yeah.
yeah,
They
a
said they-
sandbar.
Those houses fell 3,000 feet
No. What?
down into because there's like a.
That hill isn't
Do you-
even 3,000
do you-
feet tall.
Do you understand we're at 4,500 foot above sea level right now?
I
So
know.
it
Did you know
almost
those
fell.
They landed on a beach in California. Can you fucking believe how far they rolled?
Well, no, Timpanogos is.
11,000.
Isn't it like.
Jake,
Is it. No, we're not at 4,000.
It's
We're over,
11,000.
we're
Park-
over
the
a mile
valley.
high.
The valley's at 45.
Yeah.
I
Park
promise
City
you.
is at 65, so it would have to fall above Park City.
So,
In Lansing Valley.
because I read that, I was like, that's not.
Okay.
There's no
Well,
way
it could have gone 3,000 feet,
No
like
way.
diagonally.
distance.
Yeah.
Pull the
Not
other
elevation.
Pull the other
Okay.
video up where you can see where the house is. It may have gone 300 feet.
Yeah,
But
that's my guess.
yeah, pull the other video up that it shows like the destruction.
Yeah.
They're like looking over the edge. It's like to the sidewalk. The dirt is gone to the sidewalk.
The Aftermath one.
Yeah, the Aftermath one.
Ooh, that's a good album.
there's some drone footage of the aerial.
Have you ever
Shots.
heard that album, The Aftermath?
That one. Yeah, look how far down the hill it went.
Yeah, it's not 3,000 feet.
No,
But look
I mean,
at how
I could
much
see
is gone.
I could see it sliding 3,000.
It's easily
feet.
300.
Distance.
3,000 feet? That's like a
Distance.
mile, right?
no, it's
I
like,
don't know.
yeah.
1,500 is
Half-
It's a
half-
half a mile.
Here's the
Two-thirds of
crazy
a
thing
mile.
to me. Like Phil is saying, I don't understand how the house, like, look at that.
Yeah,
There's
just
big
came right
giant
apart.
sections of the house that are still there.
You pay extra for a walkout in most places. That's just nice.
And
Look
not
at the
just
view from
there,
that kitchen.
they're like totally intact. Like this house was made to come apart right in half.
Yeah. It's like,
Like-
spoiler alert, Jerry Springer clothes. Like
Yeah.
they're designed to be ripped.
Yeah,
They just like
Anyway.
Lego houses. That's cool.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Jerry Springer died.
Well, we're gonna get
Did
to
I
that.
just ruin your?
Yep.
That was
okay.
the topic of the show.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the pinnacle of everything.
Okay.
So the next Utah story I have, I titled again. I'm pretty sure I'm just channeling Trent. I don't know what I was doing yesterday, but
Thank
it
you.
said, "What did the kid do?" So a teacher is arrested for allegedly hitting students while under the influence in Utah County High School. So
That's totally fine. That needs to happen more, really.
I actually am not just channeling you. I really am curious because this guy is obviously messed up and he's paying for it because he was drinking and admitted to drinking and he was teaching, but he hit a kid.
yeah,
Doesn't say anything about why he hit the kid, but basing off us being children in high school, I don't doubt it.
yeah.
He didn't
Like,
need a reason.
I'm sure there was a reason.
So is the problem here that he hit the kid or that he was drinking?
Both.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently both are problems, Trent.
If your kids came back from school and they were like, listen, I was being a little shit, teacher smacked me upside the head, what would you do?
I would genuinely ask them, like, what were you doing?
Right.
I'm not kidding either.
What did you
I'd be
do?
like, what were you doing?
What happened to make that guy want to punch you?
Right.
Like, you had teacher Miss Warby threw a book at you, right? In choir.
That's just because you're
Allergic to the. I got slapped in the face by Mr. Woodcock.
Oh yeah, the
Cox.
Cox.
Yeah.
the art
If
teacher.
you just end with the
No, he
X.
was like a what was that? TLC.
Oh yeah.
He's one of those.
he was the.
Yeah, he's-
I
He was the
think
one
he
who
was the
stapled
career.
someone's hand.
yeah,
and
he
got
stapled
fired.
a kid.
Yeah.
That's
got
what I heard
He was
later.
the career
Slapped you?
of TLC.
Slapped me in the face.
Okay, let's pretend like I'm your dad then, not your dad, but a father, and you come home and tell me that. Now go.
No, I'll tell you what my father did
Oh,
say.
okay.
What were you doing?
But he did know you. He
Yeah.
knew that you deserved it.
And I've told my parents that later in life, and they're like, I don't think that happened. I was like, yeah, I told you, and you guys were like, well, whatever you did, don't do it. And they were like, no, we would have like marched in the school and blah blah blah. I was like,
You know,
I think
that's
you're
the second and third kid you're thinking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. What, the PE teacher in junior high too used to just like chuck balls at the back of your head
yeah.
when you like weren't doing
Cooper? Mr. Cooper?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
You'd just
my
be sitting
gosh.
like, what the hell was it? Like, do your exercise. Jesus, all right.
Touch your toes.
So the teacher's last name was Castillo. So Castillo is booked into Utah County Jail on charges including child abuse, Class B misdemeanor, and then driving under the influence. Because what he did when he did it, I think they called the cops and he went out to his car and sat in his car.
Oh my God.
So they're tagging him with DUI. He didn't actually drive away, but you know the law is that
Wait, you can't sit in a car?
if you have the
you have the
capability of leaving or driving away in the car. So people say this, and I don't know if it's true. Like if you're going to go and crash in your car and sleep in your car, take your keys and throw them out the window.
Yeah.
Because if
Really?
they're outside the car, you can't get a DUI because you had no intention of driving the car or something like that. I don't know.
Or like put them on the hood of your car? Or
they
something?
have to be outside of the car and like not in arm's reach.
Yeah.
I have a friend
Interesting.
who got a DUI in the sand dunes sitting on somebody's motorcycle.
Really?
Like we were just around the fire. He sat on a random person's motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
Cops roll in, got a DUI
Wow.
because you can start the bike and just ride it. You have the potential to drive.
So it wasn't because he drove to school drunk.
Well, I'm assuming it did, but they didn't catch him at that point.
that seems wrong to me.
Yeah. It seems like you're stretching, you know?
Well, you haven't. Isn't driving under the influence the act of driving? You can't charge someone
Sounds like
for a crime that
almost
they
like a
have the potential.
It's like
to do.
pre-crime.
Yeah, pre-crime.
They're nailing you for something that you could have done or you maybe thought about the possibility of doing.
It's
Well,
like
think about it's the winter time and you get drunk at a bar and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to sleep it off until the morning. You're
Right.
going to let your car run. You've made the right decision,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but now you're going to get tagged with something.
Right.
I would
Yeah. I
say
think
there had to
that
be
sounds
something
kinda
like
lame.
when you put it into gear. To me, that would be like, yep, that at that
the-
point, you're
Yeah.
The
good.
car is moving.
But I think the idea is like, you know, okay, save a life. If you save one life from that rule, then I don't know. It just, I've never been in a
Do we
situation.
need to save
so.
lives though?
No.
In
Oh.
Utah, I mean.
Oh, Utah, no.
Not in
we're
Lehigh,
dime a dozen.
Bluffdale area. No.
What does that mean?
Just a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
But this, I guess this was in Nebo. So
yeah, I was in
They
like
try to preserve-
Payson South somewhere.
Salem, I thought you said.
Nebo,
Salem,
school,
yeah.
Nebo School District is what
Mm.
but it doesn't say the school name.
No, they. In fact, it did say that they weren't releasing exactly what school. I think this was a substitute teacher too,
Oh.
because it said he worked at multiple schools. So
So he just called in on a day he was having too much fun.
yeah, he was called in. You know,
So
three
really,
coffee.
so really,
Baileys
it's
in.
the teacher's fault for saying that they need a sub,
Yeah.
and he was the only sub available. He's like, "Well, I just had a drink tomorrow night, yesterday," and he's like, "Yeah, just come on in, just don't hit any kids."
The one thing we told you not to do.
Well, I
He had
like
one job.
I like how it said the officer asked him if he was drinking, and he said he had a few drinks in the morning a few hours earlier, and then he corrected himself and said actually it was much earlier than that.
Yeah,
So he got drinking, I guess, at 4 in the morning, 3
He
in the
probably
morning.
just partied all night.
Yeah.
and rolled into work. We've all done that
At the
before.
Nebo Club that they've got
Right,
there.
right.
Nebo. Mona Reservoir.
That's fun. On to nationwide news. What did I call this one? Oh, wait, I can't talk about that one. Jerry Springer died.
Oh, that's right.
Moment of silence.
We almost said that.
And throw a
earlier,
chair.
He had like a little quote recently where he was saying that he feels like his show helped with like the demise of culture in America.
Helped with the demise. So it didn't, it helped push it down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It didn't help with raising it back up.
No,
Okay. I thought he was crazy for a minute there.
no. I think he was super smart and he had like a cool life, you know, to be like the mayor of Cincinnati and then all of a sudden roll out with this show for what, 20 years?
Oh, really? He was the mayor?
Mayor of Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
And then he came up with this show.
Yep. And they said at one point in 1 year, it outranked Oprah on their ratings,
Oh,
which
really?
is a big deal.
It's pretty funny because it was always like WWE where you're like, is it real or is it fake?
Yeah.
And they would never really say what
But
it
it was
was. It
still a
wasn't-
train wreck that everyone loved to watch.
and then
Oh,
they were
yeah.
going to cancel him and they were in, he was like, well, how about I send a message at the end? That's why they came up with like Jerry's Corner. You'd have
Uh-huh.
like a 30-second little thing and be
Yeah.
like, listen, guys, what did we learn today?
Yeah.
Banging our baby sister cousin mom is not good.
Or is it? Stay tuned for next week.
It really is, because if you look at all the other like trash TV shows like that, I pretty much hated the host. Like I was like I don't know,
You're like a
Ricky
villain.
Lake and I don't know, all those weird daytime whatever you call them. I don't know. I call it trash TV, but I like Jerry Springer.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I don't know why.
I never remember him at all.
Yeah.
Like, because you just remember like the prostitutes who are sisters fighting on stage.
Over the brother who turns
Right.
out to have a twin brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who they're and I don't remember him like how he commented or did anything. Just he stood there with a microphone and like
We'll be
stuff
back after
happened.
He
break.
just mediated.
Yeah.
Or no, he instigated.
Yeah.
He kind of did that.
Isn't it true that you did this? Like people on the stage, like, what the fuck? Why you got to tell my story?
I'm going to throw a chair.
There is a guy who ended up, I don't know if it was Jerry Springer. Have you heard about this guy, though, that he came on with his friend, his best friend?
Oh, it's Jenny Jones.
It was Jenny Jones.
I'm
And
pretty
he confessed to being in love with his best friend or something like that on live TV. And the best friend was like, dude, this is messed up. Like, and he ended up killing the guy because
killing the guy that
after
confessed?
the show. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Jeez.
I remember that, I think.
Yeah, because he's just so embarrassed on live TV, and it was
Right.
just such an out of left field type situation. He was so upset with this guy, he ended up killing him.
No.
It's so weird that you're like, hey, I think you're attractive. I'm going to kill you. What?
Yeah, it is. Obviously, it's weird, but like if one of you guys did that to me, I'd be like, cool, just don't touch me.
Jeff, I love, wait,
Wait.
Wait, what?
love
Trent,
you.
we've had this conversation.
I know,
They-
but I want to touch.
See you
This
next
was a
weekend.
guy that confessed his love
Yeah,
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I remember reading this, and I think this probably isn't true anymore, but historically there was like a legal argument for this. Like, I can't remember what it was called, but it's essentially like if a gay guy comes on to a straight guy, there's some kind of psychological thing, and they gave a name to it where the guy just like goes crazy.
The word
and
the
just
straight-
murders
the straight guy?
the straight guy. Yeah,
the word you're looking for is questioning.
questioning.
When it happens to me, I'm like, oh, all right.
But they had because there
I
was
guess I look kind of good today.
because there was a boy. I think one of the boys was a Utahn up in Wyoming, and the one had come on to the other, and then that one murdered the other, and that was their argument in court. Was like, there's this psychological thing
He's the
that
victim.
happens. Yeah.
The guy that murdered
But,
the other
but
guy
I
is
like
the victim.
that. He was questioning. That's
I mean, Trent knows. You go to a gay bar, it's great. Where else do people buy you drinks?
100%. I love going to the gay bar.
Yeah, and
You
if you're
never feel bad about yourself
if
when you
you're
leave
feeling down and you go there, you're like, well, at least I can get it from somewhere.
there. Right. There's so many options. And they're just so, I like, the gay bar is the most fun.
They're awesome, actually. I haven't been for a very, very, very long time. And I think I've only been a couple times, but yeah. Did they close that one down finally?
Triangle?
No, this sun
Trapdoor? Oh,
Trap-
Sun Trap?
Sun Trap. Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I haven't been by there in a while.
I knew they were in
Oh, it's
trouble.
open.
Don't ask how he knows.
You are dressed pretty nice this
Yes.
morning. Slept in, but dressed
At
nice.
least
Right.
open last night.
Someone slept in him.
Oh. Hi, Phil's grandma.
Hi.
All right. So Jerry Springer died.
It's
unfortunate. Phil's grandma listens.
Oh yeah.
And then we just made a joke about you being potentially gay.
No,
Anyways,
that's right.
So
What was
I
the
could catch
joke
up.
in that?
Uh,
I thought we were just
What?
talking about.
Oh yeah. I'm just talking.
Hmm?
Just facts.
Yeah.
Next story. U.S. long jumper stripped of national title over positive marijuana test. I called this story, they should get a handicap for being high. Right? Is that the right word? I'm not a
A
golfer.
handicap?
Like if you get a handicap in golf if
Yeah.
you suck. Like if you're high and you're competing, they should give you a handicap.
You're
Be
right.
like, oh, we're gonna take 2 seconds off.
But she
'cause-
could probably be on opioids and it'd be just fine.
who her as an athlete?
Just anyone.
Oh,
So
You know,
they-
like
so
they're
they
okay
should've-
with that.
So this she was a long jumper.
Yeah.
They should have taken a few inches off of her jump. Is that what you're saying?
no, it added.
Added.
What I'm saying is marijuana in a super athletic situation. Correct me if I'm wrong, Trent, because I'm no expert. But wouldn't that inhibit you, like reaction times and like
I don't.
the
I don't
desire
know.
to get up from your Funyuns?
There's a lot of athletes that have said they've played high.
Well, yeah, but does it help them? Is it performance
I don't know.
enhancing?
I can't imagine that it would be, but for some people, maybe more of like they just play more loose. Like I like to smoke weed and go like snowboarding. You get a
Yeah.
little like loosey goosey.
I think they need to get rid of all this like drug regulation in sports. Just do whatever you want, and may the best athlete win.
just let them drug every little thing up and
Yep.
just like one giant muscle walking out there.
Well, they're all doing it anyway, right?
Right.
It's all just like, how do we fool them? It's like the EPA things. They're like, oh, we put all these EPA restrictions, but then we find out Volkswagen is like
Cheating the thing.
Cheating. Exactly. That's
rigging
that's,
their emissions tests.
That's all you're doing is encouraging cheating. Where if you just get rid of it, then now there's no more cheating.
So if you have no rules, there's nothing to break and
Yeah.
everything's fine.
so
Whoever
then you
can,
got cars with an EPA rating of like 700 miles per gallon.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that sounds natural.
whatever human can run from this line to this line the fastest wins.
Oh, see, now
That
you're
doesn't
regulating
matter.
it to humans.
Yeah.
That's pretty messed up.
I guess. No, because this wasn't there like something in the Olympics? Some major athlete. It was like a big stink.
Oh, well, what's his name? The swimmer got caught smoking weed, but
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like in the off season, whatever.
Oh no, it was the basketball player in Russia. She got
Oh,
arrested
Yeah,
in
that's
Russia.
WNBA.
But that's a little different.
So no one heard about it until she got arrested.
Except here on the American Fort Podcast.
That's true.
We cover
you-
the WNBA like honey on honeycomb.
White on rice.
You're sticking to that?
Yeah.
That was your execution.
We're going there. All right.
Have you heard her voice, by the way? That basketball player that got arrested?
Griner?
Yeah. Oh, she's got a voice.
Well, it's pretty deep, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like Disney princess voice.
No.
Oh,
More like Disney
Lou
villain.
Ferrigno voice.
Disney villain
More like-
voice.
Like the
Ursula.
yeah.
Hey,
That's
you
what I
guys
was
haven't
thinking.
heard
That's one on Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
She's like the best female villain
Oh, yeah.
voice ever.
Love bow ties. They look good on you. When did the bow tie thing take off?
She
for you?
sounds an
When did
awful
you
like
realize I like bow
Conan O'Brien.
ties?
Well,
Yeah.
before I say that, I actually have something for you. I thought,
Sounds like Michael
this
Jackson.
tonight,
Hey,
you know,
And I
You
thought
brought
it
that
at the
for me?
same time.
All right, I'll try that on.
Yeah, Michael Jackson apparently. Anyway, I was shocked when I heard her voice. I was like,
That's what you're turned on by, Michael Jackson.
what
his
did I
wife's
say?
been gone for a while.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't remember.
Next story. Okay, Jake, this story is for you. These babies are worth some money.
Whoa.
And when I say
you
babies,
selling your babies,
I mean
Jake?
literally babies.
9 of them.
So we got a man threatens family at gunpoint and steals 5 French bulldog puppies from the home. And the feds are involved for some reason, but this is what I was
they're
talking
French.
They're
'Cause they're
expensive.
about. Puppies worth, these puppies were worth $23,500. That
How
blew
many-
my mind.
How many dogs?
Five.
5?
Yeah, that sounds probably right.
23,500
That's only
divided by 5.
4,320.
Is that right?
23.5.
No,
How many of them?
no way a French
5
would
of
cost
them.
that much.
$4,700.
See?
If you were right, I was gonna like freak out like you're some savant.
I mean, like Archer was like $2,000. I think they had 15 puppies out of that thing.
But you realize that the numbers we're talking are now twice that price.
It's inflation.
Oh, got it. I mean, they're pretty cute. It says specifically in this is a stock photo. These were not one of the puppies stolen, but yeah, it's kind of messed up. This guy shows up to the house, pretending like he wanted to buy one of the dogs, and pointed a gun at these people and took all the dogs, and they can't find him.
He's going to prison, it says.
Sad.
Just go on KSL and find Frenchie puppies, and there you go.
Yeah, is this local?
No, this is North Carolina.
Oh.
But I'm bringing it up for Jake because I want you to be strapped when someone comes to look at your
Yeah,
puppies.
I'll carry.
Yeah.
I will be carrying when someone comes Trent comes to look at my puppies.
Yeah. I'm surprised Kylie isn't there right now.
Did you tell her?
Yeah.
Oh.
She was like, get home from work. We're going.
They're 3 days old.
Yeah, if anyone wants what is it? What kind of dogs are they?
An Aussie Golden Doodle.
Aussie Golden Doodle.
Mm-hmm.
The first ones ever. Get in on this first edition.
What does an Aussie Golden
Collector's
Doodle
item.
cost?
They range in price from like 900 to 1,500.
Didn't you mean to say 15 to 2 for the listeners who are buying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Depending on how cute they are, like how do you
15,000 to
what?
20,000 per dog. No shots, no paperwork.
Did you feel good about getting your kid laid? Just like making her get pregnant? Like Pelegi style?
Yeah, I did feel good about it.
Oh,
What was more
kind of into it a little bit? You were like, yeah.
Put on some Burt Berry White and
Yeah.
and,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
what
Keep
was
going.
more planned, your children or these puppies?
oh, these puppies.
Oh, these puppies.
Yeah.
Our children were not planned.
Oh,
Really?
At least the first one, 2 were not.
yeah.
3, 4.
I only have one that was planned. Guess which one?
The one that was made in my shower?
The one you just had.
Nope. The one that was 7 years younger than the other siblings? Nope. It was just the middle child. The other two were like, well, we're parents again.
Okay, looks like we're pregnant.
So anyway, don't steal puppies. That's really, I think that's a different level of hell for sure.
Maybe he's taking them to a better place.
This next story is called Rapid Unscheduled Disassembly, I think is what it was called.
Oh, I didn't even see this thing blow up. I heard about it.
Yeah. So Elon Musk, Elon?
Mhm.
Is that how you say his
Yep.
name?
He's transitioning.
Elon Musk. Yeah.
Ellen Page Musk.
Elon Musk says rapid unscheduled disassembly for the massive.
Oh, that's what he said about it?
Yeah, that's
That
what he
sounds
called
That is the
That sounds
nicest
like
way to
something
say
he would
this
tweet.
fucker blew up.
That sounds like something he would tweet.
Well, if he said unscheduled, but didn't they then come out and say it was a planned?
No,
Destruction?
it's no. They in an ideal world it would have gone up but the whole thing is this is like there's so much technology, like newer technology involved in this, and for it to be successful at all is amazing. But obviously they would have loved for it to made it to space, and then you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That
It
would
was
have been
the largest
awesome.
rocket ever launched.
Yeah,
Do you think we're just dumber as a society than people were 70 years ago?
When we went to the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was fake.
No.
the truth is that
Because they didn't have supercomputers analyzing thrust ratios on the bolts of all that stuff. They just like sat down with some math and made a rocket.
Well, they had,
But here's
they had
the-
a sound stage.
no,
Yeah.
that's awesome for you to think that that's how it happened. But they blew up many rockets.
Yeah,
they
I'm
did
sure.
lots and lots of testing to get it done. They just did it very rapidly.
Yeah.
The thing about
With a lot
this,
more money, probably.
the thing about this is that this has never been done before. For this rocket is 40 stories tall.
Yeah.
I just don't see the purpose in spending all of that money to do what?
And you know his whatever his philosophy,
Go
Elon
to
Musk,
Mars.
is why would you do anything else? Like what? this is the only reason.
I'm just happy it's his money and it's not like government money.
Well, it
Yeah.
is government money.
Oh, we're paying for it.
Some
Yeah.
of it.
Apparently, we subsidize a lot of the
is being
SpaceX stuff.
stuffed
But
by
what do you
a
mean
lot of-
subsidize? You don't cut him a check, but they do give him like tax breaks and stuff like that.
No, they cut them a check because they're invested in the technology. They want to use it.
Oh, so
So
they're
they're
getting
getting grants or loans or I don't know how it works.
So
but-
they're buying the technology instead of developing it, basically.
The government already has UFO technology.
No, when Biden or whoever gets up and is like, we're going to invest more in space exploration, that's what they're doing. They're giving money
Except he
to.
sounds a lot less.
We're going to. Where was I? Over here.
He's a lot less coherent when he says it.
I don't know
can't
why.
wait for you guys to vote for him this time.
Right.
I probably will. This is a sad thing.
I don't know why this video is not playing, but
you
I would love to show
really
you.
getting your ass kicked by this phone today. Can you call and text on that thing?
Oh, is that what
It's like
phones do?
it's like the attorney on jury duty.
Oh my gosh.
You
Have
can't.
you guys seen that show, Jury Duty?
No,
This came
not
out.
for a long time. Oh,
It's
oh,
on-
I
it's
thought
on
it was an
Brand
older
new
show.
Amazon Prime
No, I haven't seen it.
It's
Show.
really, really
It's
funny.
hilarious.
Who's in it?
James Marsden, the guy that played the Cyclops in the original X-Men.
Hmm.
Do you know James Marsden? Everyone
I don't.
knows.
Yeah, and he's also in Ever After.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah.
I don't-
Enchanted.
Enchanted, that's what I meant.
Nope.
You know
What
James.
Anyways, what about him? He's attractive.
He's in this new show, Jury Duty.
Oh,
And it's pretty funny. It's like The Office, but for jury duty.
oh, okay.
And that's good.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Anyway,
it's funny.
the thing Jake's talking about, this attorney that's like defending someone, he's like, I've got this video because the prosecution does this like CGI video. Yeah, that guy.
Yep.
And the other attorney gets up and is like, I've got a video, and he couldn't get it to work. And they're like, oh, we'll try it again tomorrow. The judge excuses everyone. And he comes back and he's like, so let's play. And it's like this really crappy.
He shows the jury on his iPad because it won't stream to the TV.
And it's like this really crappy animation of this.
Oh my god!
As he's walking down the street, he like becomes disassembled, and like all the ray tracing, like he's like, "Oh my nephew didn't get this right."
I blame my nephew.
Yeah,
I guess you
it
had to be
looks
there.
like- looks like a Picasso two-dimensional artwork walking.
So, so you
it
had,
was so
Are
funny.
they on a different podcast than we are? I don't know what's
So you
going
had
on
to-
on their side of the table.
what you're saying is you had to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You should watch it. It's Amazon Prime. Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
watch
It's
it
on
today.
Freevee, which is streamed on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I'll watch it right now.
As
if I
ads.
can get it to pull up.
Jeff's gonna pull it up.
Do you guys like watching Elon Musk, like just the rapid fall apart of his, like, people liking him?
Oh yeah. Well, he's still killing it. Seems
Wait,
like.
Yeah,
People don't like him now?
He's just turned into a
He's been
freaking
on
lunatic, and then how he's
on
firing people.
both sides of the spectrum, everywhere back and forth, and it's just like he's got one failure after a supposed success, and then a failure, and then it's all this. I mean, he's everywhere.
I don't know. It seems like it's always been the case though. Like ever since he was starting Tesla, people were like, that idiot. You can't start an electric car company in America. A space company, what a moron. And or tunnels, like all this stuff is
Yeah.
like it was always like insane. And buying Twitter and firing everybody.
80% he's fired.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
wild.
Is it though?
And it's still working.
Yeah.
Is it like Twitter? You can use Twitter, right?
Can you tweet?
I've never been on Twitter, so I don't
we
know how.
didn't. They
No.
didn't need how many? It was like 4,000 something employees.
No,
What
it's literally 80%. He said on some like talk show that
Yeah.
like some person was interviewing like how many people, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know, 20% maybe are still here."
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
Yep. He just butchered that thing. And what it really boils down to is he's like, I don't like how this huge company handles things politically, so I'm just going to buy it and fire
Right.
everyone.
Why wouldn't you just not go on it? It seems a little easier.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
his
he-
view was he really bought it because he was like, Twitter has the potential to being like the biggest arbiter of truth and free speech, and it's not being run right, so I'm going to buy it.
or like a public platform. He was saying like,
Yeah.
the public should debate things on Twitter. I'm going to buy it
Yeah,
and do that.
Oh, now my videos work. I heard the similar thing from Elon, but it was it's amazing how little amount of people you need to run Twitter if you're not trying to be a political censorship like
Yeah.
organization. But the way he said it, it was like, oh, that's actually genius. Like when you're not trying to not be a social like engineering firm, then it's pretty amazing how many people you don't need.
Right.
Well, and Mike brought this up before too, like, because a lot of those engineers and even a lot of the execs at these companies have said, like, we don't care, like, Democrats, Republicans, we write code, but we get all these complaints from people, blah, 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 you got to take this down and this. So then we have to hire all these, people to say, is this okay? Is this okay? And it's like, just kind of this big mess. So Elon probably came in and because he's not a board, he can just say, let's do it this way.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I love that when the Republicans got like slammed, they were trying to say the Democrats were like censoring everything, and
Yeah.
it came out it was all the Republicans that were trying to do it.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love that. That was funny.
Speaking of which,
That was good for me.
did we hear about the, what was that thing? Oh, Fox News.
Oh yeah, Tucker Carlson,
Yeah. Well, Fox News, like, it's been a while.
the lawsuit.
Yeah.
$787 million.
Yeah. That they paid out.
Do they have to pay out?
Have to.
And it
Yeah.
was because they were getting sued by Dominion
Mm-hmm.
because they pretty much were saying, like, oh, the election was stolen. It was stolen. But meanwhile, all the internal people were texting each other and like, Trump's an idiot. He's going to ruin America. This is such a lie. But then they got on TV and said the opposite.
The news should be held accountable. Like
Yeah.
they should go to jail for it.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
It would be different if they said on the thing like this is just like a talk show, because otherwise you have these people who can't even brush their teeth. These crazy Republican people that are buying it hook, line, and sinker, and they end up showing up and sit on the podcast every week.
Yeah, I think journalism is protected, should be protected as long as it's actually journalism. If Tucker Carlson really thought America was stolen or whatever, he should be able to say that. But if he provably does not believe that and then gets up on and says that, I think that's a big problem.
Yeah,
You
it
should
needs to
start a
go
Jerry
both-
Springer style show.
But that's the tricky part, is it has to go both ways. Like everyone needs to be held accountable
Well, yeah, I agree
for
with that.
everything. If you are reported something incorrect, you need to correct it, or you need to pay the consequences or something. I don't know.
They used to take pride in being like an honest anchor, just telling the story
Yeah,
instead of trying to sell a line.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's silly that you're up there trying to push an agenda
right.
rather than report on what's actually going on.
Exactly.
But that's the 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah, especially when, like Phil said, when you can prove that there's communication that you don't even believe the things that you're peddling.
Right. It's one thing to disagree with it and be like, this is crap. I don't believe it.
yeah.
I still got to report it, but I don't know. It's just wild that you can go do that for 4 years now, 3 years now.
Yeah. Well, they got cooked in court, I guess you'd say. Well, because they had a big settlement, which you never know on a settlement because obviously both sides are like a little shaky on confidence. That's why typically you settle. But they settled for roughly half of what they were going for, so $750 million. And then Tucker Carlson gets fired like a couple days later or the next day or
Yeah.
something like that.
The thing with this settlement, though, like with this settlement, it's different than like if a judge were to appoint the decision. Fox can't go and like take this to another court.
No.
Like they have to pay it.
Because it's settled.
Right. Because they agreed this is our number. You can't go and appeal it anywhere.
Yeah.
So they're paying that total.
Yeah. Well, if they don't pay it, it just goes right back to court, and then they they get in trouble for not paying their settlement and all that.
They garnish their check.
Yeah, they'll garnish the checks.
Rupert Murdoch is
Yeah,
doing it.
CNN pays Fox their paycheck.
So there's a lot of speculation on why Tucker got fired, but they said he was in current negotiations for his next year's contract, and I'm sure that he was like, "Oh yeah, I deserve more money," blah blah blah, and they were like, "You freaking just cost us $750 million, so get out."
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, "Oh, I thought that check was coming to me."
yeah.
There's supposed to be like a lot of dirt. They're like have dirt on Tucker that they're basically saying like, you talk crap on us, we're going to release all this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, of course there's dirt. He was a fish head.
What?
Yeah, a fish head isn't that what they called the people that followed around? No. He was a deadhead.
Oh, falling around.
The Grateful Dead.
So what? What did the dirt matter?
What? I don't understand the heads.
You don't know what deadhead is?
Uh-uh.
A deadhead is the fan of the
Like a groupie.
band, the Grateful Dead.
So you go to like the festivals for a weekend and just listen to Grateful Dead.
And you like
So
follow
because
them
he was
around on tour.
because he liked.
Well, think about it. Grateful
Grateful
Dead, like
Drugs?
lots of drugs and
Oh.
whatever else is going on.
Tucker
Sure.
Carlson does
Yeah.
lots of drugs.
No, he did when he was
Oh.
younger. I don't know if he does now.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
No, he's
I'm
screwed.
sure he's got dirt in his past.
So he did
but
a drug once. He's screwed.
Right.
he did the drug.
I
He
think
did
they're,
the drug.
I think they were saying, because I guess there's another lawsuit, like a discrimination lawsuit, again from one of the employees or something
Probably.
against him. Something, I don't know. Something's going on. But then the same day, Don Lemon gets. I thought he was already fired a while back.
Oh, the guy from CNN?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess he
Uh-huh.
wasn't, and got fired the same day.
Was he the
So
guy
what's
that
up with
was?
that?
Who was the guy that was caught playing the solo guitar? If you know what I mean, during a Zoom meeting.
Oh, that was
What? Yeah, I know. I
that
get
was
what you're
like
talking
the
about.
CEO of some company.
And then it was a news guy, and they brought him back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good
Was
for
it
him.
It
Yeah.
wasn't Lemon.
I thought he was
Lennon.
an executive of a news agency or
Maybe
something.
it was.
No, it was some old white guy.
Dude, if you want to see the most awkward interview, this girl interviews that guy when he gets hired back on television.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even watch it. I was like, why would you do this? Just bring
Why
him
would-
back and don't talk about it.
Yeah, why are we agreeing to this?
It's like Will Smith being interviewed
Sorry,
by
Jim.
his wife for his wife cheating on Will Smith.
Oh,
Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well,
That's the most
hadn't-
awkward thing
I
ever.
hadn't seen it, but Chris Rock brought it up in his evisceration
It's-
of Will Smith.
So you, in the news guy scenario, you've got this news anchor interviewing a guy about why he got fired, and the reason he got fired was the most ridiculous thing ever. Like he literally thought his webcam was off on a Zoom meeting, and he pulled up porn and started masturbating. And the Zoom meeting was still like live, and everyone could see him, and he got fired.
Like, guy? Hey, guy?
And it wasn't even. I mean, it was like just a few weeks later, wasn't it?
I
He
don't
had
know.
this interview. I wouldn't leave my house for a long time.
Because you were playing the solo guitar again?
Yeah,
or
because I'd be embarrassed.
But anyway, the interview to come back on TV, that's embarrassing. That's like
Mm-hmm.
Paying
now
your
we got
penance.
we got some dirt on you now. You now work for minimum wage for the rest of your life.
Now I'm sweeping floors.
Oh
at
my
the news.
gosh.
Yeah, so it was crazy that whole Fox News
Tucker.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
So,
like it.
You like that?
That they lost
they got
the suit.
Yeah, got shake. I actually liked that Lemon and Tucker both got fired because I feel like they're both kind of like, I don't know, instigators.
But here's a question that would be: so Fox is getting attacked, obviously, or getting sued over this stuff. But what other news agency gets sued for giving false information?
No, I think this is different. Like they were like,
Well, they got caught is the thing. Like other agency, you can say, oh, they're giving false information, but you don't have a lawsuit with Discovery finding out that they're all texting each other. Haha, wasn't that funny today? How we lied so much.
well,
Yeah,
they,
I'm
lost,
sure-
they lost because they were talking crap about Dominion, saying that Dominion was all
Dominion.
hacked.
Yeah, I'm
sued
sure
them.
Dominion had a case because they could prove damages.
Yeah.
They could prove like
You damaged our bit. Like we
what
can't
counties
sell our
are going to
stuff
go
more.
with Dominion now. There's lose so much potential profit, not having their voting machines being used because of things that Fox News has said.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, why is the company that makes voting machines named Dominion?
Yeah, that That's weird.
Why not?
Doesn't that seem kind of like
What does dominion mean to you?
it means like you control and
Like if
own
it was
everything? You're over
freedom
it.
voting machines would probably be
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Transparency.
They're just covered in beer and Trump flags.
Transparency Limited.
And bald eagle blood.
But
Right.
Dominion, that's like, I don't know. That's the name of like your private contractor military company
Or
or
a North Korean.
a
news agency.
rifle company. But anyway,
Yeah, dominion means sovereignty or control.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think it's a fine name.
Oh, okay. For a voting machine company.
Domination.
Yeah.
Sounds like a WWE round. All right, ready? This is a quiz.
C.
Yes.
What is the most populated country in the world?
All the above.
India.
India.
Guys, say China.
Oh.
China.
Nope, it's India. I didn't think it was India, and it wasn't
It just
until
recently.
it
Or
surpassed.
no. Later this year, I thought.
April.
Oh, did they say April?
Yeah, so like basically, God, tomorrow.
right now.
I don't know what's happening between today and tomorrow, but
Well, if you're listening to this, it's the last one.
Well, and
Yeah.
usually with this thing, they don't know
Yeah,
like
it's true.
the day.
Yes.
They're like, we think around this time.
As soon as Sally has that kid, it's going to be India.
Yeah.
And what's
Sally.
the land difference
massive.
between China? Like they just live
Space.
on top of each other in
India. Yeah.
yeah.
it is unbelievable.
Well, I think they do in China too, because if you look at China, like if you ever look at a population map with China,
It's
like
pretty
half
condensed.
of China is like all the Himalayas. It's like
It's huge.
very
Nothing there.
sparse. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's probably a pretty comparable living
Yeah.
space.
because they're just living in all the cities, basically.
Yeah.
right?
It looks
Condensed.
miserable. When you look at the cities there, it's like, no, hard pass.
Yeah.
Okay, say that number, Phil. How many people is that live in India?
1,425,775,850.
Damn, I wanted you to slip up so bad.
It's
That's a lot of
round
people.
number.
You're editing. You can make it. sound
yeah,
like
you
you
can-
totally
a-
screwed it
a
up.
D-
37.
It's auto-tuned. 1 million.
Yeah, make that be the intro music.
Yeah.
Just edit in Joe Biden saying some weird number.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a population map that we're looking at now, where it shows. How can I make this bigger? It just shows like the most populated spaces,
Wow.
which is insane.
Northern India, right on the border.
Yeah, see, look at like the left half of China. The western half is like pretty sparse.
And someone used watercolors on this. I think it looks nice.
Look how dark it is in Japan, though. Like that
Oh,
one
yeah.
spot looks like Jeff's tattoo.
Yeah. It's like the black hole into nothing.
That's Tokyo.
But yeah, India is pretty much like a giant dark space.
It's the shape of India.
Yeah.
In the map, like they just go right to the border and not over.
Rural India is like, oh, there's only a few
There's
mil
the
here.
Sahara with like 78 people that live there.
See, and look how interesting the United States. It is very spotty. Like, and what I mean spotty is you see these concentrated dots throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, each
They're all-
city.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all county or city, the capital cities.
and
right.
it still is like east of the Mississippi is significantly more populated,
Yeah.
even outside the cities.
Right?
Yeah, I'm fine with Utah. That looks great. Keep it that way.
No, Utah sucks. People shouldn't move here.
Yeah.
It is terrible. You're not going to like it.
Yeah, we're
It
all
smells
moving. I
bad.
think we're all leaving.
It does
Yeah,
smell.
yeah. I wouldn't come here.
Well, arsenic from the Great Salt Lake is going to kill us all. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
stay
it's
wherever
only
you
a
No,
are.
matter of time.
Mormons fixed it. They added 5 extra gallons of water.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really bummed about all the water because I was hoping it was going to be like severe drought. Everyone was going to be like, I'm going back to California.
yeah.
And then
Where it's also not a drought.
Or we can just flood everyone's house and like that's gonna be fine, too.
That might be good.
It's a Californian that bought those
just-
houses that fell off.
We'll
the
just have
mountain.
Edge Homes build everyone's houses in Utah. And
Oh.
everyone
Do you know
will be
that
moving
house in
out.
American Fork that has that ark in the backyard?
No.
I think I know what you're talking
So
about.
if you go from Art Dye
Uh-huh.
and you go across that new bridge that they made towards
Okay.
the golf course
Okay.
and then look to the left as you're going away from Art Dye,
I
there's a
believe.
giant ship because this guy thinks that it's like flooding. I'm sure right now he's like, here it is.
He's got
loving it.
Finally
It's
did
not
it.
just
I
like a
told you.
play
Odo
It's an actual boat that he's
Yeah.
building, a boat.
that he has built.
He's built a boat in the case of a flood.
In the case of a flood, exceptional amount of water, and he lives by the river. It's like why don't you just move away from the river?
Right. Live on
Just
on
live
the hill.
higher.
I have a feeling this boat is not a river boat. Am I right?
I'm not thinking he's out there in a dinghy trying to make it to the Utah Lake.
I'm pretty sure it's like two animals, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, right? It's like if Lake Bonneville comes back, he'll
It's
be
like
okay.
a 30, 40-foot boat.
Yeah, it's not going to fit in the river. That's crazy.
He's divorced.
Or his wife is so miserable to hang out with that he's like, I'm outside building the boat, honey.
And she's loving it.
Right.
Here comes the
I'll-
milkman.
I'll be out here for 13 years.
For 30 years. 30,
You'll be grateful
40
eventually.
years.
Anyway, India.
We need less people. We just need less people.
It's an interesting landmark because it's always been China as long as we've been alive.
Yeah.
You go to kindergarten and it's China. It's the most
Yeah.
populated.
And it always made sense because the landmass is so big, but India is not as big, but whew, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Aren't they like begging like Chinese people to have babies now? Because they're saying like, no, the people our age just aren't having kids.
Well, they did the one child policy
I think
for
they,
so long.
they raised
Yeah.
it.
And that's like ruined their population growth or whatever.
Mhm.
So now they're like have more kids.
Did you hear in Japan, like in Tokyo, they're paying people to move out of the city? Like the infrastructure won't do it. I can't remember. It's not a sizable amount of money, like 12 grand or something like that. But
Yeah,
they're paying people to move from Tokyo.
yeah,
To the suburbs or to
Just
the other
out of
cities.
just anywhere but Tokyo.
yeah.
We have way too many people.
To the ocean.
Tokyo is probably the only like Asiatic. What would you call it? Asiatic?
Oceanic.
Asian type country that I really would love to go to Japan.
You wouldn't like to go to Singapore or
I don't know what it is.
Thailand?
I don't know enough about them. Maybe that I don't want to go.
Have you seen Crazy Rich Asians?
No, is that a movie?
Yeah,
Yeah, Singapore is pretty high end
it's like
Why
the
would I wanna go
high-end
there?
place.
because
Uh,
it's very modern.
to spend a lot of money.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's like Dubai. It's like
Why would I want to go there?
Dubai type place.
You'd love Korea.
I would
There's a
actually-
lot of great hiking in Korea.
I would like. Yeah, I probably would like Korea. But the reason I like South Korea is because of you telling stories about it.
Mm-hmm. And you can
So I
get,
just don't know enough about like Singapore or whatever.
you can get
and
cheap
everything I've
airsoft
heard from-
guns there.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's go.
Jake sent me an airsoft gun when he was on his mission.
That's
but-
funny.
Like the stories you tell about the Philippines makes me not really want to go to the Philippines.
Yeah,
It makes me want to go to the Philippines.
Really?
To live on like $20 a day like a king?
yeah.
That sounds cool.
amazing. I
Yeah.
would never leave my
And
palace.
get worms,
Yeah.
right?
You know what? You lose a little weight. Sometimes you got to pull a tapeworm out of your butt. What
Yeah,
are you
they're,
going to do?
they're selling them for like $5,000 to celebrities.
Tapeworm?
so-
Right.
Yeah.
It's the newest fad diet.
Is it? Cool.
Yeah.
Just-
Newest. They used to have that in the Sears catalog. I'm not joking. You know what the Sears catalog is, right? From like turn of the
Tapeworms?
century. Hmm. They sold them as diet things. So you'd eat a tapeworm and it would come with 2 vials. You'd eat a tapeworm and it would eat all your food for you. And then you'd take a pill, probably like ivermectin or something, and it would get rid of the tapeworm.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
then you put it in the other jar.
Then you poop
Then
it
you
out,
poop it back in a
Tapeworm.
jar and
Sell
then
it
you eat
to
it
someone
later when you
else.
gain the weight back.
Sell it to someone else.
keep it in a
Re-gift.
3-gallon aquarium.
You know how people were passing around like their sourdough starter
A used
yeast?
tapeworm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're just going to pass around your tapeworm. No, you got to use it after I shit it out.
Yeah, the yogurt mother. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you grab its head while its head's out of my butthole, then we can just really recycle this
Yeah.
thing.
Where do you think the idea of Manipede came from? Plus, if you cut it up in small pieces, they don't die. That's what I heard. So you can sell it to a lot. Anyways.
They multiply.
What?
They multiply.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or asexual.
It's a weird thing to like give yourself worms.
No. It's always been a fear of mine.
To get
I'm-
worms?
Oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
oh, is this pork cooked enough? Because I don't want to get worms. And then I just eat dry pork because I
You just
was
overcook it?
I was so worried about it.
Oh, no.
You can ask Colleen. Like, I seriously used to have a fear of getting worms.
You can undercook pork pretty good.
Like the idea of a worm, like getting some sunlight from coming out my bum hole and just like looking at what's going on and going back
Why
in.
you got to do the finger
I don't
thing?
know. That's going on in my head. Ugh.
Yeah, I worried about it when I was in the Philippines and like all their meat is like outside.
Yeah.
But apparently, like I don't know what this is called, but hanging your meat outside in the sun is like good for the taste and very
Like a natural
desirable.
cure.
Sun dried.
It's very delicious.
Yeah.
Sun dried tomatoes.
Yep.
Didn't Bolter get a worm in the Philippines?
I think he said he did. Yeah,
What did he
Pretty
name
sure.
it? Earthworm Jim?
Bolt.
Don't you have to get a worm to go to the Philippines?
Yeah,
It's part of the
It's part of
NCC.
You get all your vaccines, and then you get a worm.
I didn't get one, but I was unusually paranoid. I think.
Yeah.
With what I ate and how many times I washed my hands per minute.
I can't believe that people are still going on missions. It blows my mind.
Yeah, they love it. It's so different now, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Missionaries now can call home anytime,
I thought it was just once
Like
a week.
FaceTime, they can have their phone, get on Facebook.
anytime, any day. They can call home. They've got a phone. They can get on Facebook.
That was always the cool thing. It was like, oh, I haven't talked to my brother in 6 months, but it's a holiday. So they can call on Mother's Day.
Mother's
Yeah.
Day and Christmas were
Yeah.
the 2 times you could call.
So
home.
I like my
perfect.
brother
No,
again.
they can call
Yeah.
all the time. And there's like on call therapists for them. And back in my day, we just got kicked out in the jungle. We'll see you in 6 weeks.
And look how you turned out.
your jungle
Yeah.
therapy.
Jungle therapy.
Wow.
And then you have things like Beagle out there. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Just loving it.
Doing it
Yeah.
and doing it and doing
Loving
it.
this
Yeah.
mission.
Okay, the last story I have. This is the last story. Are you guys sad?
I
guess.
kind of am.
Okay.
I have another one.
Oh, good. So this one I called, Please Stop Donating Sperm, you sicko.
I read this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Man who
This is
fathered
crazy.
up to 600 children banned from donating sperm.
Is it his fault or their fault? Quit using that bin.
My friend, I don't know who to blame on this one. They're probably paying him for his sperm, right?
Yeah, but if you have 600 kids, it means he's gone in there and wanked it way more than 600 times.
Oh, yeah. Or he does it at home and delivers, right? Can you do that?
It's got to be in your mouth. though.
Wait, this is pretty wild. A man
sorry.
suspected of fathering 500 to 600 children was ordered by a court to stop donating to sperm banks on Friday. The Dutch court also ordered the man to contact sperm banks abroad and request that they destroy any of his semen they still have in stock. Why would they say semen? Isn't it the sperm that is the
Yeah.
question?
Who wants to explain this to Phil?
Well,
He still
See,
doesn't know how he got
they're
it
not
pregnant.
just going to kill the sperm and keep the semen.
The semen is a package deal including sperm. There's other things in it too.
When you get the fry, it just comes with fry sauce. That's just
It's
how it
already
is.
dipped.
It's and salt.
I just think this is a Freudian slip. Not Freudian. What's the? They messed up.
No.
Instead of saying sperm,
They should have said destroy the sperm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Semen. Oh my gosh.
But
Is this really
But
being
that's what was-
explained?
that he delivered the semen.
Yeah, I get it.
It was,
But-
so that's what they had to destroy it.
Okay, we're going to break this up with a joke. What's long and hard and full of semen?
Me.
Submarine.
A submarine.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, this guy apparently has like 500 to 600 kids out there. And part of their concern is something like people incest, like people
Oh,
not
yeah.
knowing that they're related. And I mean, yeah, I can see how it messed up a gene pool if it was in like one space. But if they spread it across the whole world, like, I don't know, it seems all right.
Did you watch that documentary about the doctor who was using his own?
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
had 100 kids or whatever, but that was a concern because it was a small town.
Yeah.
And he had inseminated one girl, and then the daughter came in, which was essentially his daughter.
His half daughter. Yeah. His
and
daughter.
then he inseminated her as well.
Ooh.
So it's like, what?
Yeah, I could see that being a huge concern.
Yeah, but he got nothing. He went to court, and they're just like, you got to stop it. You
You
Hey.
don't do
Yeah.
that, guy.
use other people's sperm, okay?
Okay.
We trust you, but do it.
Right. You wouldn't do it again, would you?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The gene pool.
So, do you think his motivation was the money, or
I don't get
The
why
fact
this
that
is.
he wanted to be
I don't think
like,
it's his fault.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Why is this a case about him at all? Isn't
Yeah.
the bank like, oh, there's one guy coming to the top of the list now. Sorry, we have enough of your sperm.
Do they have a leaderboard?
but I'm
Yeah.
just
Like
wondering
a
what,
leader, as far as how much you're putting
Oh,
in
I
there,
get
or
it.
how
I'm
much.
just wondering what his I'm just wondering what his motivation to donate so much is.
Money.
Yeah, you get paid.
And that is it money, or is he like have Hitler like Aryan race?
Everyone needs
I
to
want to
be
But
me.
he can't control how much they use.
No, but the more he donates, the more his sperm would be used.
Or is it some weird sexual fetish? Like, oh,
Maybe they just have the best magazines there.
It could be that.
It's like a very inviting room.
And you get
Yeah,
paid.
he's very his wife doesn't,
No, there's no
he's-
wife. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
maybe he's Roman Catholic.
I'm just trying to figure it from his perspective because they're like, you don't come donate sperm instead of them just not using it.
Yeah,
Right.
Larry,
Yeah, sure.
go
donate
home.
Isn't
they
it
don't-
Roman Catholic that they're making fun of on the Monty Python, The Meaning of Life, where they sing the song "Every Sperm is Sacred"?
Yeah.
So maybe this is his way out. He's like, well, I can't just dump this down the drain. I got to
Right.
get it somewhere.
It's his way to still get into heaven. He's like, I wasn't beating off. I was saving the world.
Right. I was
These women
repopulating.
need semen.
Yeah.
Smart. That's a Mormon thing. Find a loophole to your sins.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, never mind. I don't want to get into that. But I did have. It is an interesting point with this. What was my point? It was interesting. I knew that much.
Yeah.
and it was a point.
And there was a point. Oh, it has. Nope. I lost it again.
Are you doing okay?
No, I think I just had
Are
a
you
seizure.
operating your phone in your brain?
No, wait. What's it called? An aneurysm? A seizure?
An
Aneurysm.
analism?
Brain aneurysm.
Yeah, I just had. A stroke. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm having a stroke.
A transient ischemic attack.
TIA.
You had a catastrophic deconstruction of your brain.
A catastrophic unscheduled catastrophic disassembly of thought process.
Yes, exactly. That's what you had.
Your brain exploded.
AKA brain fart, which is what Elon Musk did. He had a rocket fart. No, I don't have it, but I can assure you it was interesting.
No.
Well,
That's cool.
we'll put a pin in this. We'll come back to it. If you think of it, we'll all reassemble real quick.
Okay, yeah. I'll just call another recording for us to do this. Okay,
Uh-huh.
good.
Emergency recording.
Makes sense.
Hey, this is Jeff in post. Here's my idea.
Hey, so here's what I was thinking. Yeah, I got nothing, guys. So,
Trent had something.
oh, you had another
Oh
story?
no, I actually made that up. I was just kidding.
I know you guys wanted to talk about 4,000 political things, and I just didn't want to talk about it.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
like-
Who was that thing that happened? Oh, Donald Trump got indicted.
Uh-huh.
I hope he goes to prison. That'll be neat.
You didn't even want to say anything about it.
I don't care. DeSantis is like doing something with Disney, and
He
There's all
is
kinds of
trying
shit.
to not be like electable. He's really just like screwing it up on purpose.
yeah.
Yeah. It's going
Is
to be
he?
Biden again.
You really think so?
I mean, looks like all the cards are laying out that way.
Oh, Biden will run again, of course.
No,
Oh,
I mean, he's
No,
going to
already,
win.
win.
He already announced that he ran again.
Trump's-
He's going to.
Trump's going to be the nominee, and then Biden, of course, is going to win. Biden already won pre like all this other crap. So
Is Biden going to win because he's not Trump?
yeah,
mhm.
that's how he won last time.
Who else is votable? Like who else is going to run that you actually care to try and put in?
I don't
The
know.
Rock.
That's the problem. I want someone that
The
I've never
Rock?
heard of.
Mhm.
The
Matthew
Rock is going to run?
No, but
Matthew
a lot of
McConaughey.
people-
Oh, I'd be here for that. Either of those actually
Who?
over any of the options we've talked about.
Every speech starts with all right.
Just walks out. You see like the
Alright,
smoke
alright.
bellow out of the door as he walks outside.
A big Lincoln banner behind him
Yeah.
for Lincoln
Oh yeah, I
cars.
thought it was Cadillac, but
Yeah.
yeah, Lincoln. You're right.
Mhm.
Yeah, is it Lincoln?
Yeah,
It is Lincoln.
I'm gonna drive my. Remember when Jim Carrey did that?
It's like I
Made
got a
fun
little,
of him.
I got a little booger rolling on my fingers. It's like a little tennis ball.
I don't remember.
It's funny.
No, but that was a big deal. Trump, the first president to be indicted for crime.
Yeah,
And what? He's still sitting at home doing everything that he's doing before. So it mattered what?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
just one step to try to get him ineligible to run.
That would be
Mhm.
nice. We don't need a freaking lunatic in there.
Yeah, because we got a really sane, stable man there now.
Mhm.
At least
just
he's
keep him.
asleep and not doing anything.
Yep.
I think there are two of them.
There's something about not
Have you
doing
seen
anything.
the Biden's earlobe theory,
You think there's
yeah,
two
I have.
Bidens?
I
Yeah.
have.
He's got like a twin.
or like using
Or
a
double.
flesh mask or something?
What is that movie with Christian Bale where he's like
The
he's
Prestige?
the Prestige. He's prestiging us.
Oh, he's got brother Joe. His brother Joe.
Brother Joe.
Brother Joe.
There's Joe Biden and brother Joe.
Well, maybe
He does have a twin brother.
he does.
There's a theory that an
Well, if you-
earlobe theory.
Yeah, just Google Joe Biden's
don't
earlobes.
Jeff. Don't you do it.
I'm doing
Someone
it.
else Google.
And there's
There's no videos,
If you
so
look
this
at-
is going to work.
if you look at photos of him, sometimes his earlobes, sometimes people's earlobes are connected.
Uh-huh.
Other people they're not, like mine
Right.
are not. They're not always sometimes they're connected, sometimes they're not. His ears are different in different photos.
Oh,
And it looks like completely different ear.
And it's not obviously an altered photo because people don't know how to do that.
it was on Facebook, Trent.
Oh, okay.
So
You can
I,
just,
I did my research.
Like
Yeah.
it's not just one or two photos. Like if you just Google photos of Joe Biden,
Joe
you see
Biden
his
earlobe.
earlobe.
that looks
connected there.
doctored. You can tell that one's doctored.
that one is
ignore all the
disconnected,
pixels.
Disconnected.
This one right there,
That one's connected.
doctored as hell. I can see the Photoshop in that.
I don't see.
His disconnected earlobe, or
That looks freaking Photoshop.
I don't even know
connected.
like what I'm looking for. I don't understand
So
what you're
here's the
explaining.
point.
These all look Photoshop.
There's two kinds of ears. Your lobe is either disconnected or connected.
So what
Okay?
does that mean? It's
Look,
like floating off
See
your
this?
face.
I have a disconnected earlobe.
and I have a connected earlobe.
See how his earlobe like connects to it down
the
here?
to the bottom, like on the skin
It's either
part.
Yeah.
There's
one
either
land-
a droop or
Right.
There's
or a
either
knot.
one landmass or a peninsula.
so right there, those two on the right on the top, yeah, that does look connected, and that one looks not.
the
right?
ones on the far right, his earlobes are disconnected. They're dangly, and right next to it, to the left.
But doesn't
It's
that look
connected.
photoshopped? This one?
No, you can't tell.
They did a good job.
Oh,
Trent.
look on that one. They're
They're
comparing
photoshopping.
Joe's to Trump's.
Oh yeah, Trump has a. I don't know what that
I would
is.
say most people have a disconnected earlobe.
It's like 50-50. It doesn't
See,
really matter.
I would want to compare
Connected.
these to like his speeches.
Disconnected.
Yeah, where
Be-
he's
be-
like moving and talking.
Because you guys have noticed sometimes this guy can't put a sentence together, and sometimes he seems to do
Right.
just fine.
When he's ineligible.
Oh, and then look at his ears and
Yeah,
see which ear is
exactly.
smart and which ear is dumb.
Exactly.
Is
See,
there a
there's-
discernible difference between his performance and his earlobes?
Yeah. If it matches up,
There's
I-
like the dumb brother.
Yeah, or that one where they're circled. I mean, that could be Photoshop. It could be. Yes.
Oh, those are circles. I thought it was earrings.
Well, I mean,
And if
that
you-
other one's from 1,000 years ago. He could have got like an ear job.
yeah.
And if
that
you
is a
think-
Ear
possibility.
lift.
Yeah.
if you think about
Or
it,
if he got a facelift and got his face pulled back, then he would have a. Like, that's what they connect it to back here.
if you think about it, one of those Bidens acts just like the actor guy in The Prestige that Wolverine goes to find an actor that looks just like him,
Oh,
and he's like drinking and like
yeah, a little jacked up.
won't do his lines correctly.
Like in Better Call Saul, where they recreated that the guy handing the documents to Saul Goodman, so he could take photos and Howard. They framed Howard,
yeah. Oh yeah, they get a
make
new
Howard
guy.
go crazy.
You remember that?
You
remember
I
that?
love that show.
It's good. Yeah. Well, Joe
I've never
Biden.
spent so much time staring at a man's ears until just now.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
every time you
they're
see Joe
beautiful.
Biden, you're going to be like, is it disconnected Biden or connected Biden?
Yeah, I want to see an actual video. I don't want to see a still picture. I
Yeah.
feel like it's harder to doctor a video.
Even
well, that's
that
not happening
isn't-
on my phone.
Even that isn't
Right.
nowadays though. Now they can just deep fake
Right.
all that.
well, no. So, but if you're watching live,
Yeah. Well,
it's pretty hard to deep fake a live.
And is it live? Like,
Well, if it's a debate, and
oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Hologram.
Everyone tune into the debates.
I
this
want
time.
I want everyone to hold up a newspaper from that day because that's relevant, right? A
Right.
printed newspaper.
right,
Yeah.
that's how it
That
works
can't
everywhere.
be- that
Just to
can't
prove
be.
that this is
Yeah.
you
Yep.
at this time.
No, I'm actually excited for Donald Trump, Joe Biden debates again. Like
Trump
last
already
time,
said he's not doing the GOP debates.
Aren't they called rebates if they do it again?
And I'm out. On that note, I'm done.
All right.
Thank you so much for listening to the American Fork podcast and eating ice into the microphone.
You're welcome.
That's all I have. What do you say when you end these things off?
You're supposed to say something like you're a real person on a real show.
I am a real person.
Like-
You can tell by this newspaper I'm holding up right now.
Thank you for listening, listener. Tune into our Patreon cast and delve into the socials.
Yep.
Give us money on Patreon.
All those things.
Because you like to bring in America together just like us.
That's right. Ditto. Ditto from me.
Sign me up.
Trent found porn somehow.
Somehow. This is the only reason I have my phone.
He's got it hooked to his brain.
What phone do you have?
A porn phone sponsored by YouPorn.
Jesus.
Porn phone.
Every time I think I'm going to Google something that's like respectable or something, it just ends with naked.
Populates.
Yeah.
Just by default, you type naked.
It overlays porn over every app that you use. Bank of America.
4 vaginas.
Sperm Bank of America. What the fuck?
I'll just transfer some money. Oh, I've got to watch 4 videos.
I force myself to watch porn ads.